So in real estate, when an agent represents the buyer and seller, it's called dual agency. Okay? I don't personally care for that because it's like the same attorney representing the plaintiff and the defendant. But some agents do that. So this agent wrote up a contract for people to buy a home, and it had a koi pond. You're familiar with koi? Okay, expensive fish, right? So they write up a contract and home to include pond with 5 koi fish. He thinks, good, wrote it up. Gets accepted. They come time for the final walkthrough, and the wife says, let's go down and see the fish before we, finalize everything. They go down, and there are 5 fish in there. One of them is dead. So they said, hey, we want 5 live fish. So the agent who represents both parties goes to the seller and says, we have a problem. The seller says, what do those people want now? They've been nickel and diming me through every part of this process. I've lived in this house for 37 years in the great city. He says, well, you said that you give them 5 fish and one of them's dead. So he says, show me the contract. Agent, here's the contract. He says, it says 5 koi. It doesn't say living. So he says, He goes back to the buyer and says, the contract says 5 koi fish, but doesn't say living. The buyer says, well, who wrote the contract? The agent says, well, I did. He said, okay, then you owe me 1 koi fish. And he said, I want you to measure that koi fish. I want the same size koi fish. I want exactly what was in there when we saw the house. And not making this up, the agent paid $950 to replace 1 koi fish because it was a she actually, did not write 5 living koi fish. So, yeah. So now, when you have to be so particular, for example, if you see a house and you say, Gary, I want that refrigerator. If I just say refrigerator to convey with house, not technically, but they could switch it out for a dorm refrigerator and say, here's refrigerator. So now I have to say refrigerator in home at time of, so yes, you have to say, if there are any animals now, I always have to put living because they don't want dead koi fish.